Yo, what's up, everybody? Well, May is upon us, which means April happened and games were played. For the six of you who are keeping up with these monthly episodes, I play games every month. I have a pretty big collection of games, and it grows by the week. But I play a game or three. I typically choose about three different games to play a month, and I play them and I try to beat them if I'm close to beating them, or start them and try to progress the story. But either way, I played a lot of games. Three in particular took a majority of my time, but the one that I want to start with, most importantly, is this one. Now, I bet a lot of you haven't seen a Game Boy case, or at least a Game Boy Color case. But this is a, I don't know, fan-made game, as you can call it. But I've talked about it in the past. It's called the Pokemon TPP version. And essentially what happened is back in 2015, I think it was, there was a community effort done on Twitch to play Pokemon, where everybody would comment, and their comment would be an input, and they actually beat the game, I think. Either they beat the game or did something, but memes like Lord Almastar, or the Helix fossil being, the only choice, stuff like that. Those memes came from the Twitch Plays Pokemon. And what they did was they completed a ROM hack, and they created an actual physical copy for Game Boy Colors, which, if you guys know me, I love me some Game Boy Colors, Game Boy Advanced, handhelds just in general. So this was perfectly placed for me. Now the thing with this game is that all 151, we'll see, we're coming up on there, well, at least 150 guaranteed are in the game. So when they first released, even to this day, they had version exclusives. So Pinsir on red and Scyther on blue. I could be wrong. But they're both in the game. You don't have to worry about version exclusives. You don't have to worry about having to pick and choose. They're all in the game. And what's even better is stuff like Machoke into Machamp, Alakazam into, Kadabra into Alakazam. Stuff like Graveler into Golem. That's all done by Level Up. You don't have to trade, so there's no trade evolution requirements. So you just have to grind up to level 36, 40, whatever, how it usually is for the 3-stage evolutions. It's fantastic. It's totally awesome. So it's a fun game. With that, the games are hard. The game is harder. I just beat the Elite Four and Gary. And well, in my game, it's Lantern. That's the guy who gifted me this game. And the champion has level 100 Pokemon. Just every Pokemon is level 100. All Lance's Pokemon were level 99. So the game is hard. It's designed to be hard, but once you get a hold of how the game plays and how the game acts, you're able to, up your levels to play and to compete. Fun game. Right now I'm currently working on completing the Pokedex. So I am on 142 of 150. I am missing, well, if you check the community post, you'll see that I sent a picture of the Pokedex currently. But I went on a collectathon after that picture. So I got about 8 Pokemon left. I can't find Hitmonchan in the wild right now. It's really hard to find. I got to do the Dragonite line. So I still need Dragonair and Dragonite. I got to do Alakazam. I got to do Moltres, Mewtwo. I could be missing another one that I can't think of right now. But it's fun. And then on the back of this, it says, explore the Kanto region as never before. Tasked to collect all 151 Pokemon by Master Researcher Professor Oak. Arm yourself with your map, Pokedex, and a team of your own monsters. Venture out into a strange new landscape, full of wonders and mystery to catch and train a wide variety of creatures. From the life-leeching Parasect, they have Parasect at the bottom here, to the armor-clad Cloyster. Cloyster's a good Pokemon. Do you have what it takes to build your team, conquer the Elite Four, and complete your Pokedex? The answer is yes. But here's one thing. It says fight against encounters and trainers of increased difficulty. Facts. And then show your true mastery and claim your diploma for full completion. So that's the goal right now. So completing the Pokedex so I can claim my diploma. So I can have that on with my bachelor's and all the other stuff that I have. Just throw it all together like, oh yeah, and completed the Pokemon Pokedex 151. So that's the goal. I'm so close, very close. It's just gonna take some time. Again, the catch rate for these Pokemon, it's not like Hitmonchan is a catchable Pokemon. So, and it's definitely not catchable in the first game. So having to search in the grass in this very small location, I've spent a couple of hours in one spot, just kind of back and forth. Oh no, that's a Meowth, kill it. Oh, back and forth. Oh, coughing, kill it. Back and forth. Oh, nope. Arbok. So I've played a lot of it. Like I said, I'm missing a few, but like Moltres, Mewtwo, I know where those are at. They're not going anywhere. Alakazam, I'm gonna need to train. Just Hitmonchan, like it's really taking a long time. The Dragonite, I'm gonna need to train. But Pokemon TPP, if you like Pokemon, if you have a Game Boy Color, if you have a Super Game Boy, I'm playing it on the Super Game Boy for my Super Nintendo. Get it. It's a good game. It's a really fun game, and this is how Pokemon Red should have been, as it should have been if Game Freak wasn't trying to just to make money and was trying to make a really good game. I mean, I get it, but great game. Now, one you've seen on this show before, if you watched, all 5 of you, Area 51. This game. So, while Psyops is a third-person shooting game created by Midway and makes me hate Midway, this game is probably one of the greatest first-person shooting adventure games that I've played in a long time. I throw this right up there with Black. I throw this right up there with maybe not Halo 2. It's pretty crazy. I haven't done anything where I jumped on a Warhog or anything like that. But as far as like a contained story, you're in Area 51 here. Yeah, it's the conspiracy is no longer a theory. Like the conspiracy is no longer a theory. This game goes hard. So, little backstory on this game. When I was playing it, the first time I played it, me and my brother did like a binge marathon game mode where we dumped like 4 hours straight into this game. Got to about the halfway mark. We were a little bit shy of the halfway mark, and then I picked it up in April. So look how much I'm playing it right now. It's not even in here. It's in the PlayStation 2 right now. Like that's how much I'm playing this game. It goes hard, spoiler warning. Yeah, so it's all about the NWO, the Greys. There's a level called Project Blue Book, and again, this is what year is this? 2005, probably. 2005, hit it on the money. We're talking, before any of this. Well, probably not before, but like the conspiracy is no longer a theory. It goes hard. It's talking about the secret government officials. You got again the Greys. You got alien DNA. You got viruses. You got the NWO. You got hybrid alien human warriors, soldiers. You got things on different physical and metaphysical levels of consciousness. It's just insane. Like it's out there game. It's a crazy out there game you don't expect for 2005. I mean, my experience with 2005 games is rather limited. But discover the mind-blowing truth. Discover the mind-blowing truth about UFOs, Roswell, alien autopsies, and more as you blast your way through the U.S. government's most secret and secure military base, Area 51. Unleash destruction with fearsome human and alien weaponry. I finally starting to get alien weapons. Battle an enemy unlike anything you've ever faced. It's the I don't know the name of it, but if you've ever played the original Area 51s in the arcade, which probably most of you have, where they have the light guns and you got to press on the pedal to get under cover and reload. Or actually, this is a shoot off screen to reload. Good old days. Well, what's the monster, the red monster? You know, the red monster that has the gun for an arm and like 6 eyes. It's that thing. But they 3D-ified it, and it's pretty scary. It's pretty monstrous. Fun game. Like I said, it goes off. It goes off. You're being communicated by... First you're working with a human doctor, and the human doctor's like, I can help you. And then he dies. And then you kind of get all along of the side, you're getting kind of these messages from a specter, like this disembodied voice that inhabits corpses. He'll inhabit the corpses and leave you very cryptic messages. And then he'll just exit the corpse, and the corpse just falls back down. And then eventually you meet up with that creature that's been guiding you here. And he's like, yo, I'm an ancient creature. They have been taking my blood for millennia to make viruses and cures and just to handle human population. So now I'm on the plane of existence that the Greys exist on, and I'm exploring their base. And there's some chilling imagery because when you get there, you kind of land on a dock and you look up and there's this observing window. And then as you look up to the observing window, more and more Greys start to like waddle up to the screen or to the window, and they're being lit from the back, so you can't see their faces, so you just see their figure. It's pretty cool. It's very ominous when there's 12 Greys just staring down at you, and then you progress into the maze, into the dungeon essentially, and you get into like a live vivisection of look like a soldier who's strapped down to a table, and there's Greys around him and just cutting open his chest, and you hear him screaming. Brutal game. Like I said, it goes hard. I was not expecting it to really go off like this. Area 51, I'm nearing the end now. Like I said, I'm on the Grey base. I've done some damage in the Grey base, so I'm nearing the end for sure. But it has been a wild game. Now, the last game of the month, and this was something I started playing because I needed something to play in the daytime, because Area 51 is kind of dark, like literally you're underground and it's kind of dark, so having reflections off the TV sucks. But the game I chose to play in the morning, or in the daytime at least, if you have friends like I do who are caught up on X-Men 97, which I am now, there's just this like, man, I want to play me some X-Men. I want to get down some X-Men games. And the X-Men games of the past aren't that good. There's not a lot of good X-Men games out there. But there is this legendary one. See what I did there? X-Men Legends. Another 2004. It's an aught. The aughts were something crazy. 2004 X-Men Legends. Alone you are mighty. Together you are legends. Professor Xavier. Magneto has unleashed his most diabolical plan ever. Now, as Earth falls under a shroud of darkness, X-Men Legends puts the fate of the world in your hands. Combined and customized teams of mutants through an epic series of battles to save mankind. There's some stuff on here that doesn't actually happen while you're playing, but whatevs. Alright, so this is a childhood game for sure. This has been in my collection for a long time. But I was a dumb babby and didn't really... I just noticed this. Remember I was saying about the Helix fossil? That's funny. I just noticed that. Anyways. Yeah, got me good. Dumb babby. I was a dumb babby. So wasn't really able to beat the first, 3 levels. I think I got to the missile silo. I got as far as the missile silo, and I just never finished the game, or I had my memory card format or deleted space or whatever. Either way, I never got past the missile silo. So I was like, you know what? Let's see if we can make some damage in this game. So I started a new playthrough, and again, the best thing about it is that it's a four-person team. So it's the precursor to what we got as Ultimate Alliance. Ultimate Alliance is a banger game, and these are the guys that made it. Raven Softwares, and it's an amazing game. You get to pick and choose, take out characters for your team, and if you have a multi-tap for the PlayStation 2, you can have 4 players, and everybody gets their own character, and they can have fun. Good team building game, because you get to like, oh, you know who I want? I want Wolverine, Nightcrawler, Jean Grey, and Storm. Or typically how it is, it's Wolverine, Cyclops, Iceman, Storm, because those are your heavy hitters. But then you get Jean Grey, you get Magma, who is the character you play as, is like your character. You get Emma Frost. I just unlocked Colossus. Beast is pretty strong in that game. So I mean, you get a good cast of people. Jubilee's in there, so you know the X-Men. You get the X-Men. Doing really good on it right now. I'm kind of at the point right now where we're destroying. Where the hell am I? We're destroying the Sentinels. Yeah, I was just on a boat. I was on a carrier boat that had Sentinels being created underneath, so we had to go in and save people and do awesome stuff because they got blown up by the Brotherhood. There we go, the Brotherhood of mutants, or the Brotherhood, or whatever they're called. They stole some technology from Forge to disguise themselves as humans so that they didn't get picked up by the Sentinels, and then they would just release a bunch of Sentinels. It's doing some damage, but it's a fun game. If there's some ways to kind of gimmick the system, because you can upgrade your characters. It's a straight up RPG. Like, it is through and through RPG. You have points that you have to allocate to, like, oh, I want more health, I want more defense, I need more defense, or not defense, more striking, I need more mana, I need more special abilities, whatever. And then like, oh, well, I need because you get abilities, special super moves, hold L1, press square, hold L1, press circle type thing. And okay, well, which one do I want to use? And certain moves have knockback abilities, or certain moves do fire damage, whatever, whoever you're depending on. And for Wolverine, you can just upgrade his first L1 and X input, so super moves L1 and X, and just have it do upwards of 100+ damage within the first 2 levels. You can max out his first ability and basically take down bosses in 2 or 3 hits within the first level. Within the first 2 levels, you're just L1 and X killing them. So it's you can play the RPG in it and do really good and have fun. But I really enjoy just having team comp and just seeing like, oh, this is fun. Like, oh yeah, generally, like I said, it's Cyclops, Wolverine. Now that I got Colossus in there, I'll probably mix them in a little bit more. There's certain characters that just do not lend themselves well to this type of game. Unfortunately, Nightcrawler is one of them. But it is a fantastic game if you are into that emulation life, or if you're like me and you like to collect games. I would highly recommend it. There is this one, and then there's a second one that goes into the Age of Apocalypse, but I haven't played that one yet, and I don't even know if I'm going to, because I hear it's not as good as the first one. But I might just get it for the collection. Either way, these were the 3 games of April. No fooling. We got a game with the letter A and a game with the letter X, and it's fun to try to pick those games out. But these are the games of April. I had a lot of fun playing them. I highly recommend pick them up, take a look at them, especially if what that news article I recently read says was true, that more modern gamers are starting to turn their back on modern games and look towards the retro games, because they're realizing how predatory modern gaming is. They don't really see you as like a part of a community. They're not making games for gamers. They're making games to take money from gamers. Not to say there's not companies out there that are doing good, but this game was done in 2005. All you had to do was buy this game. You know what? There's just a slew of reasons why modern gaming is predatory. You know, you buy the license to a game. You don't really actually own the game. You just own the license. And when the license expires, they can take the game from your console. No, just no. So, if you are come on my grass, play some old school video games. Enjoy yourself. With that being said, buenos noches. Until next time.